So I'm making this video for you from the Western. I'm in the President's Suite, and I got here the other day. As you can see, it's a really nice place. The hotel, they're putting me up in this room because we're actually hosting our Titanium Mastermind later on this year in one of these hotels, in one of these resorts. So I've been on the road for the past few weeks, staying at different ones, testing them out, seeing which one is going to be good enough for Titanium. And hence, that's why I'm here. And it's not a bad lifestyle. But I'll tell you one thing. I've been reflecting over the past few weeks, just while I've been on the road, and really just thinking about, you know, if I had to do this all over again, this whole online business thing, which I started in 2008, if I had to get started over again, what would I do differently? And I'm going to tell you, and I want to share this with you because I think that wherever you are right now, likely you're trying to build your business or you're just getting started. This is some advice from direct experience. So as you're building your business, it's very, very easy to overcomplicate things. Very easy to do. For example, you make your first product, and then you'll make your second, and before you know it, you're going to have 5, 10 different marketing funnels all set up. And then you're going to bring on staff, and everyone's going to have a different role, and some of those roles will be blurred, and before you know it, it can get very, very messy. And I've been realizing that in order for me to get to the next level, my business to get to the next level, I always need to step back and redesign everything and make it simpler, because business models that are overly complex and require, you know, that the workings of them are stuck inside the founder's head and no one else can really understand it, that's not really scalable. It's not really scalable because you're going to be bringing on people onto your team as you scale, and they're not going to have the same knowledge that you have of how all the little parts work together. So with what you're doing right now, as you are building this business, just try and keep it as simple as possible. Don't overcomplicate things. There's tendency, we all do it, especially in the beginning. Like, for example, if you want to try and get traffic, rather than focusing on one method until you get really, really good at it, it's very easy to get distracted and start, you know, one day you're doing Facebook pay-per-click, the next day you're trying to do solo ads, and you'll spread yourself too thinly. Okay, you'll be trying to do too many things at once. Now, this is going to be one of the main lessons, one of the main ideas that we talk about at the Home Business Summit, which I've been telling you about a lot over the past few weeks. You're probably sick of hearing about it. But that's actually in about 7 days from now. That's on June the 7th, which is a Friday. We all get in, then we have a reception, and then it goes all the next day, Saturday and Sunday. So June 7th to 9th, and that's in Long Beach in LA. As of right now, we have about 100 people flying in from all around the world. We still have a few rooms left in our room block at the Hilton in Long Beach. So I think it would be really, really valuable for you to be there. It's not going to be an overly advanced kind of event. I didn't want it to be like teaching really advanced strategies. It's not that kind of event. It's more for the person who is just getting started, or you've been doing this for a little while but you still haven't, you know, you haven't hit your stride yet. You haven't started to have regular sales coming in. You're still spinning your wheels a little bit, and likely the reason is you're doing some fundamental things wrong. Okay, so that's really who it's for. Someone just getting started, or someone who isn't yet having the results they want to. And what we're going to do is we're going to take everything back to basics. I've very carefully chosen the speakers, and each speaker will be covering a very specific part. For example, we have Marlon Sanders. Marlon Sanders has been marketing almost before I was born. He's been online for a long time. Way back in the 90s he got started. He's going to be talking about list building, how to find buyers, fundamental things. I mean, you need to know how to build a list, a targeted list of prospects in the very beginning. We're going to have Rhonda Swan. I don't know if you know who Rhonda Swan is, but her and her husband and her daughter have basically been traveling the world for the past 3-4 years, literally like moving from place to place and working their entire business from a laptop, and they made pretty big money too, like well over $50,000 a month in some months. So they've had a lifestyle that a lot of people desire, and they're going to be talking about how they set that up. You're going to be hearing from Brian Price, who's on my team. You probably know who Brian is. He's one of our head coaches. John Chow, world famous blogger, one of the top earners in MOBE. Terry Lamb, another very, very talented marketer. So I've very carefully chosen these speakers to cover specific strategies, specific fundamental things, so that when you leave the event, you're not leaving with a whole pile of stuff that you have to go and do, or a whole pile of information. You've got a very specific plan of, here's exactly what I need to do when I get home. I need to do this, step 1, step 2, step 3. Here's what I need to do to get to whatever it is, $50,000, $100,000 over the next year, which isn't a lot, really, in the scheme of things. It's not really a lot. It's very doable, and that's what we're going to be talking about at the event. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, go ahead, get your tickets. I'll put the link somewhere below this video. I'm going to be here in Cabo San Lucas for another like 4 days, and then I fly to Long Beach, and I'll be there for about a week. So, you know, if you're coming along, I'll see you real soon. Looking forward to it. We'll speak soon. Bye for now.